Oh my gosh. Hey, welcome back. Fishing in Louisiana can be absolutely amazing in the wintertime. So I found myself back in a familiar spot. We're gonna fish this area and then we're gonna go up in the marsh and see if we can find some trout. We're gonna start with a jerkbait on these shallower rocks. And as we work our way around into the deeper part, we'll switch over to a 3/8 ounce jig head and see if we can catch some of those deeper, those fish that are hanging out in the deeper water. As per usual in this area, the water clarity is absolutely beautiful. We're about halfway, maybe more than halfway through the falling tide. High tide was at midnight last night, so it's just been ripping out of here. The water's actually already super low. As a matter of fact, a big storm came through a couple nights ago. I could see a lot of marsh grass churned up. Quite a few boats out here today. Ooh, there he is. First fish. This feels like a good fish. It is, it's a nice trout. I thought he was bigger, so I got the net. Let's see. Got it. Very nice. First trout, I think about 15 inches. 16 inch trout. First fish on the old faithful, the X-Wrap. All right, let's see if it was a fluke. Ooh, got bumped. There he is. Back-to-back cast. This might get ugly. About the same size. Maybe a little smaller. $15-incher. We're just giving it a long pause, 5 or 6 second pause, and then a couple taps. And you want to pop it on a slack line. You don't want to pull the lure through the water. You want to pop it. So you want to get a little bit of slack in the line, and as you're tapping down, you're yanking the slack out of the line. I've said this before, it is very important. Don't feel like you always have to be working the lure. Don't be afraid to let it just sit there. There he is. Did y'all see how the lure was just sitting there? It was on a pause. This feels like a better fish. Might be a redfish. I still haven't seen it yet, and I don't know what it is. It's digging like a redfish. Oh, it's a trout. I see it. Foul hooked, but it's a nice one. Yes, sir. Real nice trout. Ooh. 17. That's number 3 on the jerkbait. There he is. Oh, that was on a long pause. .14 inches. Variety pack, as far as size goes, that one hit it on maybe a 7 or 8 second pause. Man, what a beautiful morning. It's always just a little bit more beautiful when you're catching fish. There he is. Redfish, gotta be. Oh, it's a big trout, big trout. Yes, sir. Fat daddy. Hammer time. Came and flashed up out of the water. I saw it. I thought it was red. 19.5. Beautiful fish. We're gonna let this fish go. Just a complete mixed bag, all the way from 10 inches to 20. Man, that felt good. Oh, there he is. He's 13.5. It's good keeping size right there. Oh my gosh. He hit it as soon as it hit the water. Nice trout. Beautiful trout. All colored up in this clean water. Man, that's fine. 16 inches. We'll take that all day long. That was crazy. That sucker hit it as soon as it landed in the water. There he is. Nice. First one on the jig. .14 inches. All right, that was on the 1/4 ounce jig head with a magneto matrix shad. Kind of got an urge to go run up in the marsh. Well, as soon as we got back here in the marsh, oh, nice trout. Man, that is crazy. I broke off my 1/4 ounce jig and I was just fixing to tie it, but I threw the 3/8 before the current swept me away. First cast with the 3/8. This is a 15-inch trout. So there are trout back here in the marsh. Thought we were gonna have to fish with a 1/4 ounce, but the current is so swift that you gotta have a 3/8 ounce to even be able to get the lure down. I mean, look at the current coming around this bend here. It's insane. There he is. Cool. Some nice trout in here. Man, that didn't take long. Man, this is the first spot we stopped. Nice fat trout, 15-incher all day. They're right there on that point where these two canals are intersecting. I can feel this 3/8 ounce bumping on them oysters. We're alternating two colors. I got the hybrid white and chartreuse on one pole, and I've got the shrimp creole on the other. Kind of rotate back and forth and see if one does better than the other. There he is. Nice trout. Cool. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, we have confirmed the trout are back here deep. 17-inch trout. There he is. Look at this monster sheep. Big old sheep. That's a hard fighting fish. It's a good eating fish too. Well, this is why winter fishing can be so much fun. We caught them on the rocks and we caught them back in the marsh. Honestly, if I had my preference, I would catch them inside the marsh because you just have so much privacy. You can just come get lost in one of these channels. The star of the show at the rocks was the jerkbait. That's an X-Wrap, olive green color, one of my favorite lures. And then of course, in the marsh, we went back and forth between a 1/4 ounce and a 3/8 ounce, but the 3/8 ounce really did the trick better because of the current being so strong. The water was shallow, but it was such a swift current. To get down to the fish, you needed a 3/8 ounce. Shrimp Creole was probably the hot color. I don't think color mattered that much, just the one we happened to choose. Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks for coming along. We'll catch you on the next one.